Hey, you're tuned in to Radio 1 International, where pop culture meets a global stage. And today's story is one of those only in India moments that you can't help but laugh at, scratch your head at, and maybe even raise a toast to, though careful, because the CBFC might just crash the party.
So, here's what went down.
DreamWorks' animated franchise The Bad Guys, that hilarious film where a group of slick animal criminals try to go good, is back with its sequel, The Bad Guys 2. It's a comedy, it's colorful, it's meant for the whole family. But enter India's Central Board of Film Certification, better known as CBFC. Yep, the same board famous for giving Bollywood films unexpected cuts, disclaimers, or sometimes straight-up banning stuff. Now, imagine this. In The Bad Guys 2, there's a scene with a wedding. Everything is grand. Everyone's celebrating, but hey, there's champagne glasses, a little bubbly being popped. Perfectly normal for a wedding scene, right? But CBFC was like,
Wait.
hold the music. Stop the confetti. We can't just let Indian audiences watch characters on screen drinking alcohol without guidance. So what happens?
Boom.
Right before the wedding scene plays, CBFC slaps on their now infamous alcohol disclaimer. You know the one. Consumption of alcohol is injurious to health. And just like that, a sweet, fun, family-friendly moment turns into a government-issued PSA. Talk about a vibe crash at the wedding, right? And the internet, oh boy, the internet went wild. Memes started rolling out instantly. One fan tweeted, "Even the bad guys aren't bad enough for CBFC." Another joked, "Forget the villains, CBFC is the real party pooper here." And some fans pointed out the irony. This is literally a kid's animation movie, and the alcohol is just background detail, not even the focus. But here's the thing, this isn't new. In India, CBFC has made it mandatory that any depiction of smoking or drinking must carry a warning on screen. And while Bollywood fans are kind of used to it now, with disclaimers awkwardly pasted over intense scenes in films like Kabir Singh or Rockstar, seeing it in an American animated kids movie has really made people stop and chuckle. Globally, this story is fascinating because it shows cultural contrasts. In Hollywood, directors and studios talk about authenticity, showing life as it is, booze and all. But in India, there's always been this protective censorship bubble. Some argue it's for public health, others say it's outdated and interrupts artistic freedom. And now, with OTT and streaming platforms giving audiences access to uncensored content, these disclaimers feel even more out of place. Now, here's where it gets juicy. CBFC's intervention has sparked discussions among fans and critics. Should children's animated movies even need this kind of disclaimer? Does a dancing champagne bottle in a cartoon wedding really push kids towards drinking? Or are we just creating a weird, forced awareness moment where none was needed? Meanwhile, The Bad Guys 2 is still riding high on hype. The first movie was a smash hit, praised for its stylish animation and sharp humor. The sequel promises bigger laughs, wilder adventures, and now, thanks to India's CBFC, an unexpected cameo appearance by a drink responsibly warning. Honestly, maybe they should just make the CBFC a character in the film. Imagine, Mr. Wolf and his crew are planning a heist, and suddenly CBFC shows up, holding a giant "No alcohol" sign. That'd be meta-comedy gold. But jokes aside, this whole episode highlights how global cinema travels differently across cultures. A scene that's harmless in the US can suddenly become sensitive content in India. And in today's connected world, fans everywhere see these changes instantly, thanks to memes, screenshots, and social media outrage. So, as the credits roll on the story, here's my takeaway. The bad guys may be mischievous, but CBFC? They're the real plot twist. Whether you love the disclaimers, hate them, or just laugh them off, one thing's for sure, They're now as much a part of Indian movie-watching culture as popcorn and samosas at the theater. And that, my friends, is your dose of global pop culture irony. Straight from the wedding party of the bad guys 2, gatecrashed by CBFC. It's almost like CBFC is the overprotective chaperone at prom. You're dancing, you're vibing, and suddenly they barge in with, "Beta, keep distance, no touching, no drinking." But here's a thought. What if CBFC leaned into this? What if filmmakers started using these disclaimers as comedy? Like, imagine Mr. Snake in The Bad Guys breaks the fourth wall, looks straight at the camera and says, "Kids, don't drink. Leave that to us bad guys." That would actually work, right? Satire within satire. Now, to be fair, CBFC's logic is rooted in public health. India has a massive problem with alcohol and tobacco-related illnesses, so authorities believe warnings could deter glamorization. But the debate is, are these disclaimers really effective? Or are they just making movies awkward? And this isn't the first time CBFC has gone viral. Remember when James Bond's Spectre had kissing scenes chopped down because apparently they were too long? Or when they insisted words like Bombay be replaced with Mumbai? The internet roasted them for that too. It's like every few months, CBFC gifts us a pop culture controversy. So here we are again. A kid's cartoon, a wedding, a few champagne glasses, and suddenly India's cultural guardians have stormed in to remind us. Alcohol is bad, okay? The global takeaway? This story shows how cinema is universal, but censorship is cultural. What passes as normal in one country can be problematic in another. And with the world so connected now, these changes never stay local. They spark global conversations. At the end of the day, The Bad Guys 2 is still going to be a fun ride. Kids will love it, adults will chuckle at the witty humor, and Indian audiences will have one extra guest appearance, thanks to CBFC's PSA. Honestly, maybe they should credit them in the cast list, featuring CBFC as the uninvited wedding guest. So, if you're planning to watch the movie in India, remember, it's not just about laughing with Mr. Wolf and his crew. It's also about learning valuable life lessons like say no to alcohol, whether you want to or not. And that, my friends, is your 10-minute dose of pop culture madness. From Hollywood animation to Indian disclaimers, this story proves once again that movies may be made in one country, but the drama? That's always international. Stick around, because coming up next on Radio 1 International, we've got more stories where entertainment meets culture and culture meets comedy. Don't go anywhere, we're just getting